You're watching CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
On January 1st, on the south end of Chautauqua Lake, Jamestown inducted a new mayor. A group from MG Media was able to take a trip down to City Hall to gain insight on her first couple weeks in office. Mayor Ecklund is the first female Republican mayor of Jamestown and only the second female to hold this esteemed position. While speaking with her, it became obvious that her campaign slogan, "People over politics," holds true. Growing up right here in Jamestown, she decided to stay local for her education.
Did you stay local for college as well?
I did. I actually went to Oswego for one semester, and then I went to JCC, Oswego for one semester, and transferred back to Fredonia. But I did live in Fredonia, so still the county,
Right.
But it was local.
Staying local, she was able to keep a promise she made.
I made a promise to my father and my family that if I was coming back here, that I would become an active member of the community somehow, some way. And it started with community activism into political.
A key point of her community involvement was mentorship through Chautauqua Striders.
Chautauqua Striders came to Bush Industries E-Solutions Furniture and asked for people to engage with mentoring youth. And here's a heartfelt story. Everyone was looking for a very strong female, and the whole room turned around and looked at me. And I ended up as the first male-female mentor relationship through Striders. So it became imperative that he needed some female leadership and some female involvement. So that being said, the pictures you see on my wall, my husband and I adopted him, and he became my son, and I have 2 grandchildren through that relationship.
She learned the importance of forming relationships with family and the community.
So one thing is what you're looking at in here, youth, right? You are the future, you are our voices. I'm certainly not going to be here forever. Hopefully some of you will serve in these roles somewhere in your future, and whether it's sitting on a board, being part of something, I think it starts with youth, and then you're going home and talking to your families and your friends, engaging them, and I think that's part where it has to start. The other part has to start with the people that living here and reside here and work here need to feel like their voices are heard. No one ever likes to have a top-down push. So in order to get the people involved, it's about the people and make them feel they're part of this community, part of the solution, engagement, involvement. Those are the things. So I'm not running for governor or president. That is not my vision. So my vision is to make people feel part of this community, and it's going to take a village to make this what it needs to be. I don't have all the answers, but I'm certainly open to listening. What makes them want to come here? And let's find that. Stay in Jamestown. Let's capitalize on some of the outside things that are going on, not only in town, but the Roger Tory, the Autobahn, the things. So it's come for the day, but stay for the weekend mentality. And I think in order to do that, we need to build up downtown, right? We have to have more business. We have to have, people to support it, and that's working. I want you to feel comfortable walking down the street, right? If we have a big event, one we're talking about right now, which is on everybody's mind, is the eclipse, right? I have to make sure our residents are safe. I have to make sure that we have safe places for people in this town that I know they're going to go to. Not only is it the day-to-day public safety, it's that when we have events to the day-to-day walking down the street, that our public is safe in their own homes from lead poisoning, all those things.
Right.
And this side of the state is very poor, but it's also very wealthy. There's a disingenuous, I think, balance. I think sometimes when we live somewhere, we take for granted of what's really here, and I think we need to get resident buy-in.
Mayor Ecklund has high expectations for Jamestown, but recognizes that she cannot do it alone.
In your own words, how would you define leadership?
So to me, I've always said the best leaders have stronger people underneath them. So while I come from the private sector in a finance world, my first goal was to hire someone as a controller who was much stronger than me in things such as budgeting and general accounting that I was not as familiar with, and to lead by example. So in other words, I'm not here to micromanage my team. However, I'm here to stand beside them, fight with them and for them, and guide them. So to me, leadership is setting an example and just letting your people beneath you run those things that they're their perfect strengths.
Her commitment is clear, and now it's time for the people of Jamestown to do their part.
in order to get buy-in, they have to be part of it. So getting people to want to be a part of it is going to be the hurdle I have to face the most.
CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.